So we have all this greenery, right? All this stuff over here. So where does this minhag, where does this come from? So the Ramah mentions it as minhag Klal Yisrael, that we put out grasses, we put out greenery on Shavuot in the shul and people's houses. So it's a reminder of the simcha of Matan Torah because around Har Sinai there was grass. How do we know? It was in the desert. Who says there was grass there? That's right, because it's in the pasuk. Katzon v'bakar al yerul amul harahu, right? That the sheep and the cattle, you have to keep them away from grazing. Well, if they were going to be grazing, has to be that there was something green, right? So there had to be something for them to eat. So hence we put up all these flowers and we do all these different things. Also, the Atzeres itself, the holiday of Shavuot, a tradition that sort of is a judgment time for Peres HaIlan, for the fruits of the trees. This is a judgment period for them, so it's also a good time to put up greenery or things from trees. I don't know if they had in mind plastic imitation flowers or whatever, but that's what works for us here. The Vilna Gaon famously was very much against it. It's against this whole custom because he said this is not a Jewish custom. This is a non-Jewish custom. The non-Jews, they put up all types of greenery in their churches. Or we know it's not Jewish custom at a funeral, but it's not Jewish custom in a shul either. We don't put up flowers all over the place. The Vilna Gaon felt that this was like a non-Jewish custom. This is like chukas ha'akum. This is the approach of the non-Jews. However, those who answer up against the Vilna Gaon say, chukas ha'akum only applies. That's only true that you don't take on a non-Jewish custom if that non-Jewish custom, first of all, it's connected to idol worship, which sometimes it was in terms of flowers. The greenery was done to honor the idols. But if it had no good reason for the Jews to be doing it themselves, meaning if it doesn't make any sense, meaning it makes no sense and it's tied to idolatry. But here we have reasons for it, meaning it's a minhag that's based on, like what we mentioned before, Har Sinai and the judgment period for Peres HaIlan, for the fruits of the trees. So therefore, we don't have to be worried that this is somehow mimicking idolatrous practices when it's based on tradition that has a valid source to it.